Welcome to my algebra class. We're on chapter 6, section 1. We're going to be simplifying fractions that involve binomials or trinomials. And the steps are, we completely factor the numerator and denominator and then cancel out your common factors. So this numerator here, you pull out your greatest common factor and you have 2 times t minus 3. The denominator, pull out the 5 and you have 5 times t minus 3. So the t minus 3, the whole thing, can be canceled out. That's a factor, not parts of it, the whole thing. So your answer is 2 over 5. On the second example, you can pull out a 5, and that leaves you p minus q. On the bottom, you can pull out a 5, and that leaves you p plus q. Now, either everything inside the parentheses is identical, so you can cancel it, or if there's anything that's different, you cannot. So those can't be canceled. I can cancel the 5. Goes into 5 once and once. So I have left p minus q over p plus q. Now, some of you might be tempted to cancel out the p's and the q's. You can't do it. You can only cancel when you're multiplying, and this is subtraction, and this is addition. If it helps you, keep the parentheses in, but that's your answer. And the last example, from the numerator, I can pull out a 2, and that leaves me t plus 1. The denominator is t squared minus 1. That's the difference of 2 squares. So it factors to t minus 1 and the quantity t plus 1. Now there's nothing to cancel with the 2. I can only cancel the whole quantity if they're identical. So these go out. So I have 2 over t minus 1, and I'm done. The biggest thing to remember is you cannot cancel unless there's products or unless it's inside the parentheses that is identical. We're ready to do the assignment. So get a piece of paper out and head it. Title's 248, written 1 to 28, fold it in half, and have your books open to 248. Problem number 2. They ask you to give the restrictions on the variable. That's just telling what the denominator cannot be. I'll do a couple of them with you, but you don't have to do it until you get to Algebra 2. So problem number 2. We can pull out, you have to pull out your greatest common factor. You can take out a 3, and that leaves you 4m minus 5n over 9. So you can cancel the 3 with the 3 and the 3 with the 9. And please go down rather than squeeze it in. Your answer is going to be 4m minus 5n over 3. Problem number 4. And when we get to one where you have to restrict the variable for the denominator, I'll show you that. Number 4, you have 4n plus 16 over n plus 4. Factoring the numerator, you can pull out a 4, and it leaves you n plus 4. The bottom cannot be factored, but we're going to turn it into a factor by putting parentheses around it. So that means I can cancel out the quantity n plus 4. And that leaves me 4. Problem number 6, you have 8x minus 8y over 8x plus 8y. The numerator, you can pull out an 8, that leaves you x minus y in parentheses. The denominator, you can pull out an 8, and that leaves you x plus y in parentheses. 8 goes into 8 once, and 8 and 8 once. These are different factors. You cannot cancel them. So your answer is x minus y over x plus y. And I'm dropping the parentheses, but it doesn't mean I can cancel anything because there isn't any multiplication. So that's it. And the restriction on this would be that x and y could not add up to 0 because you can't divide by 0. That's what they're talking about. Problem number 8, you have 6y plus 30 over y squared minus 25. You can take out a 6, and that leaves you y plus 5. On the bottom, that's the difference of two perfect squares. That's y minus 5 and y plus 5. So we can cancel out the quantity y plus 5, top and bottom, and that leaves you 6 over y minus 5. Notice I dropped the parentheses once I know I can't do anything else. And the restriction here would be that y could not be 5, because 5 minus 5 would be 0. And that's the last I'll do with the restrictions. 4p squared minus 8p over 4p cubed. Okay, completely factor the numerator. You can take out a 4 and you can take out a p. So that leaves you p minus 2. On the bottom you have 4p cubed. So you can cancel the 4's. I can cancel out a p. And I can cancel out 1 here, leaving me p squared. So on the top I have 1 times p minus 2, which is, I'm going to go down because I don't want it crowded, p minus 2 over, and I have the p squared left. And that's all I can do. There is no way you can cancel that p with that p squared because it's being subtracted. So you can't do it. That's it. And again, I said use parentheses. Leave the parentheses in if it helps you. Number 12, you have x minus 5 over 2 plus 7x. And 5 minus x over 7x plus 2. Now this is factored. These two are identical, they just have it opposite order, so I can cancel those. These two are exact opposites of each other. So if I pulled out a -1, this would make that negative that positive, so I could cancel those out. So my answer is going to be -1. Problem 14, I have 25 minus b squared over b squared plus 12b plus 35. The numerator is the difference of two perfect squares, so that's going to be 5 minus b and 5 plus b. The denominator is a trinomial. It's not a perfect square, so I'm going to do product is 35, sum is 12. So the two numbers that work would be a +7 and a +5. So that's going to factor to b plus 7 and b plus 5. And I can see the 5 plus b and the b plus 5 are identical, just order switch. So my answer is going to be 5 minus b over b plus 7. And I cannot cancel anything. That's it. Problem number 16. I have the quantity a minus 5 squared over 25 minus a squared. Now remember, a minus 5 quantity square is an a minus 5 times an a minus 5. If you want to do that, you can. And the bottom is the difference of two perfect squares. It's 5 minus a and 5 plus a. Okay, I have a minus 5, and I have 5 minus a. These are exact opposites, so I could cancel these out if I took a -1. So I have -1 times the quantity a minus 5 over a plus 5. Number 18. We have 25c plus 15d over 50c squared plus 30d squared. From the numerator, pull out greatest common factors of 5. So we have 5c plus 3d. On the bottom, you can take out a 10, and you would have 5c squared plus 3d squared. You can cancel the 5 and the 10. So our answer would be 5c plus 3d over 5c squared plus 3d squared. And there's nothing you can cancel. They are being added together. So this is your answer. Number 20, you have 2w squared plus w minus 6, and on the bottom 2w plus 4. This has to be factored, and we'll just do it down here. 2w squared plus w minus 6. Product is negative 12. Sum is 1. So the two numbers that would work would be 4 and 3. And since the sum is positive 1, the 3 is negative. So we get 2w squared, split the middle, plus 4w minus 3w minus 6. From the first pair, take out a 2w, and that leaves you w plus 2. Checking the signs, I have to take out a negative 3, and that leaves you w plus 2. So the factors are 2w minus 3 and w plus 2. So now we can go back over here and put 2w minus 3 and w plus 2. And then factoring the 2w plus 4, take out the 2, we have w plus 2. So we can cancel out the quantity w plus 2, and our answer is going to be 2w minus 3 over 2. And there is nothing you can cancel with that. Problem number 22. You have 4b squared minus 5b minus 6 over 8b squared plus 6b. The top again, we're going to have to split the middle, so I'm going to come down here and do that. Let me show your work for that here also. Product is negative 24. Sum is negative 5. And the two numbers that work are 3 and 8. Since the sum is negative, the 8 has to be negative. So split the middle, 4b squared plus 3b minus 8b minus 6. Group and pull out from the first pair a b, so that leaves you 4b plus 3. Checking the signs are opposite, so negative, pull out a 2, and you have 4b plus 3. So the factors are 4b plus 3 and b minus 2. So now we can go back and put those up here. So this is 4b plus 3 and b minus 2. The bottom I can pull out a 2b, and that leaves me 4b plus 3. So I can cancel out the quantity 4b plus 3 because they're identical, and that gives me the answer b minus 2 over 2b. And I cannot cancel out anything from there. (24) I have 2y squared minus 9y plus 4 over 8y minus 2y squared. The top again, I have to split the middle, so I'm going to come down here and work that out. So will you. Product is 8. The sum is negative 9. So we want 1 and 8, and both negative. So splitting the middle, 2y squared minus 1y minus 8y plus 4. Pull out a y from the first pair, we get 2y minus 1. signs are opposite, so take out a -4, and we get 2y minus 1. So our factors are 2y minus 1 and y minus 4. So coming back up here, we've got that numerator factored. It's 2y minus 1 and y minus 4. The denominator, you could take out a 2 and a y. So that leaves you 4 minus y. And looking at our factors, the y minus 4 and the 4 minus y, they're opposite sides, so we could take those out and make that negative. So our answer is negative 1 times the quantity 2y minus 1 over 2y. You have 2ab plus 2ac plus 4a squared over 4b plus 4c plus 8a. From the numerator, you can pull out a 2 and an a, so that leaves you b plus c plus 2a. On the bottom, you can pull out a 4, and that leaves you b plus c plus 2a. So these two trinomials are identical. You can cancel them. You can cancel the 2 and the 4 once and twice, so your answer is going to be a over 2. And in the last problem, 28, you have 3t squared minus 4tv minus 7v squared over t squared minus v squared. Okay, the top is a trinomial, and we have to split the middle on it. Product is negative 21. Sum is negative 4. 7 and 3 work, and since the sum is negative, the 7 needs to be negative. So splitting the middle, we get 3t squared minus 7tv plus 3tv minus 7v squared. From the first pair, you can take out a t, so that leaves you 3t minus 7v. From the second, the signs are the same, positive, negative. So you take out a positive v, and you have 3t minus 7v. So our factors are 3t minus 7v and t plus v. So coming back here, we replace that trinomial with 3t minus 7v times the quantity t plus v. On the bottom, this is the difference of two perfect squares, so that's t minus v and t plus v. So we can cancel out those. And as long as you realize once we drop those parentheses, there isn't any canceling. We have 3t minus 7v over t minus v. That concludes the evens. When you do your odds, be sure and check the back. Use the evens to help you do the odds.